been Snapchatting, rumbling, fuck, shake your tits and swing your dicks. Friday's back, and so is another genital moistening episode of your favorite internet sensation with libation. Before we get tonight's show kicked off, I want to tip my hat to today's libation. Well, now that the warm weather's here, summer is rapidly approaching. I tend to kind of switch gears. I'm more of a Jack Daniels guy, I know, but like when the weather gets a little hot, summer starts coming out, I like something a little lighter, a little crisper. So I changed gears to tequila. So I've been drinking this for a couple of weeks now. I'm still drinking it. Very simple, Casamigos and club soda. Can't get any better than that. It's like a low frills margarita. I usually like to squeeze a little lemon in here. I'm one of those, I like to be different kind of people. Like everybody wants lime in their tequila. Honestly, I'm picky about where I like to have lime. So typically with this, I think lemon tastes a little bit better, complements a tequila a little bit more, but I didn't have any lemon today, so I used lemon club soda. So I was allowed to drink up and be somebody. Refreshing, delightful. Okay, kids. Oh, what a week. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you're going to be driving that Hempstead Turnpike towards East Meadow at all this week, don't, because traffic is going to be an absolute fucking nightmare. They got the Cricket World Cup in Eisenhower Park. But why the fuck do we need this bullshit? Can someone tell? First of all, I think this is like an Indian sport, okay? Or like an English. First of all, it's an English sport. Let me correct myself. But they play it a lot in India. Matter of fact, the two fucking teams that are supposedly in the Cricket World Cup is like India and Pakistan. So the whole eastern section of fucking Hempstead Turnpike is going to smell like a curry fest, okay? I'm sorry, but that's the truth, all right? I don't know why the fuck we need this shit. Really, seriously. So in Eisenhower Park, they built this gigantic stadium, right? Specifically for this shit. And when the Cricket World Cup is over, they're going to tear it all down. So they wrecked an entire section of the park just for this shit, which I think is like 2 fucking days or 3 days or whatever the fuck it is. Makes no sense. I mean, they got nothing better to do but piss money away. Like, seriously, who gives a fuck about this shit? Oh, God, I can only imagine the stink over there. Holy crap. And then now terrorists are threatening to blow up the fucking cricket stadium because the Pakistanis don't like the Indians or whatever the fuck. Like, again, do we need this shit? Is it fucking Calcutta? Like, seriously. Fucking ridiculous. Waste of resources. Speaking of waste of resources, I can't wait for the fucking school year to end. I mean, every time I gotta go drive to work in the morning, I always get stuck behind these fucking school buses that pop the little stop sign out. Like, why? Why can't I go around a fucking bus? Okay? First of all, I've said this before, these kids take fucking forever to get on a goddamn bus. You're getting on the bus this way. Why can't I go that way? Okay? What the fuck? Seriously, I mean, they back traffic up for fucking 45 miles because these fucking kids can't get on the bus and just sit down. The whole family's at the corner waving at them like they're going off to Vietnam. When I was a kid and I took a school bus, nobody walked me to the bus stop. You went to the bus stop, you got on the fucking bus. It was that simple. You got on, you sat down. I mean, the whole thing, the grandparents showing up, the brothers, the sisters, the aunts, the uncle. This kid's going to the same place they've been going to all fucking year long. They go for 8 hours, they come back. I don't see what the problem is. Unbelievable. I can't wait. Can't wait for the fucking school year to be over. I'm fed up with this shit already. Fucking people can't teach their kids how to get on a fucking bus. Ridiculous. And some good news this week. I read an article that David Chase is returning to do a Sopranos prequel, which is rumored to be coming to HBO Max in 2025 and is starring Michael Gandolfini as a young Tony Soprano. Look, I'm all for this. I hope it's better than that piece of shit movie, Many Saints of Newark, because that was a fucking disappointment. Totally, fabricated. It was horrible fucking movie. Also, I heard that New York City, they they want to change the name of sanitation workers. They don't want to call them sanitation workers. They don't want to call them sanitation people. They don't want to call them sanitation men because, let's face it, that's all. I've yet to see a garbage woman. You know what I mean? But so they want to make it more woke. So they're going to change the name of sanitation employees to sanitation they. You hear me? Sanitation they. We are so fucking concerned with being woke and diverse and all this DEI horseshit that we have completely abandoned the English language and grammar as we fucking know it. And this from a fucking goomba from Brooklyn. Seriously. Okay? Holy shit. Sanitation they. It makes no fucking sense. Just call them sanitation workers. You want to be politically correct. First of all, I don't even know why this is a thing. I've never, ever, have you ever seen a garbage woman? A woman hanging off the back of a fucking sanitation truck, grabbing your garbage and throwing it in the fucking thing? No. You know why? They don't want to be garbage people. Even a stone cold bull dyke doesn't want to be a fucking garbage person. I never heard a woman, I think I'd like to make sanitation my profession. I wish there'd be more PC. I don't like being called a sanitation worker. I'd rather be called a sanitation woman or sanitation lady. I never heard this shit. Fucking ridiculous. Waste of resources. Stupid. The whole world has just gone absolutely fucking stupid. Speaking of stupid, this week, I don't know what it is. Lately, last couple weeks, I should say, people have been coming up to me randomly and asking me if I'm a retired cop. It's very specific. Like, how long were you on the, one person goes, how long were you on the force? I went, what? What the fuck are you talking about? How long was I on the force? Oh, you're a retired cop? I'm like, no. So I keep getting this question. And I don't know why. And then the other day, somebody asked me this, are you a retired police officer? I went, no. Why does everybody keep fucking asking me this? He goes, because of your tattoo. I said, what about it? He goes, 10-7 is the call sign for, last call, like retirement for police. I went, really? He goes, yeah. Now, I've never heard that. I don't know if it's fucking true or not. Okay, but, I mean, it sort of makes sense because, like I said, last couple weeks, I've been wearing a lot of short sleeve shirts, tank tops, muscle shirts, that shit. So, the guns are out. And yeah, people keep asking me. So I guess that's a fucking thing. I don't know. That's not why it's on my arm. I explained to you why it was on my arm. If you missed it, well, such is life. So that's my fucking week. Anyway, injustice, Cuomo, and bears. Oh my! Strap in, baby. We're getting crazy tonight on the persecution of Trump. Trump on trial. The verdict is in. Well, I mean, unless you're living under a rock in the last couple days, the fucking jury came back with a verdict, and no big shock. Guilty. Now, I said last week I wouldn't be surprised if they found him guilty. I thought more than likely they were going to have a hung jury. And that's because I assumed that, the standard judicial rules applied. Well, no. So, jury's deliberating. Before the jury went into deliberations this week, the judge issued the jury instructions. You see, here's what happened. The fucking, the fucking prosecution lost this case. So the judge stepped in and gave him a fucking layup. He wouldn't let Trump's expert witnesses testify. They wouldn't let Bob Costello finish a single fucking thought. They kept sustaining every one of the prosecution's meritless objections. So, like I said, they basically handed him a layup. So this was the final straw. The judge issues the instructions to the jury and says, well, first of all, no one knew what the hell they were charging Trump with. They said it was a campaign financing. See, basically, here's what happened. They fabricated a felony. I've said this before. They said he misclassified business expense, the payment to Stormy Daniels. So his attorney gives this fucking, engineers this whole thing, gives the porn star $130,000 to shut the fuck up. Doesn't tell Trump. and then bills Trump $130,000. Trump gets a bill from his attorney, pays it, okay, labels it a fucking legal expense, and that's it. What the fuck are you supposed to label it? Hush money for a fucking hooah? Well, what are you supposed to call it? I mean, even if he did know, what are you supposed to call it? It's a legal expense. So he pays a legal expense. Now, at worst case, let's say he did it. Let's say he mislabeled a fucking business expense. That's a misdemeanor, okay? A fine. And it's a misdemeanor with a statute of limitations of 7 fucking years. So the statute of limitations is up. So Alvin Bragg takes this fucking bullshit misdemeanor, which is not really a misdemeanor because, I mean, he labeled it properly. But anyhow, and bootstrapped it to this campaign financing, saying that he did this in an attempt to influence the 2016 election. You know, I find it funny. The Democrats are saying election interference. What about the Russian dossier? What about Obama tapping his phones? What about the whole fucking Biden laptop? What about this very fucking trial? All of that is election interference, but that doesn't count. So they bootstrapped it to this, and this is a federal offense, right? So the Justice Department of the United States passed on it. They said it was no crime. This was a couple of years ago they tried to do this. So Bragg bootstraps into this. Now, Bragg is a county district attorney. He's got no jurisdiction to fucking prosecute a federal crime. The feds didn't want to do it. So why is this fat fucking chipmunk fuckface even attempting? Okay? So they fabricated this felony. So now back to the judge who violated every one of Trump's rights. Tells the jury that they're charging him with 36 counts. 36 counts of falsifying business records. So up until then, they had no idea what they were being charged with. The jury had no idea what the charges were. The judge waited until the fucking jury deliberations to say, oh, by the way, we're charging him 36 times for mislabeling a business expense. There was only one fucking charge. There was only one charge for $130,000. Trump paid it. So what did he do? Pay it 36 fucking times? And the reason they did this? Because each one of these counts carries a 4-year maximum sentence. So we're talking like over 100 years in a pokey. But rest assured, because he's a first-time offender, the most they can hit him with is 20 years. So the judge tells the fucking jury that there's a 36 count indictment. They're being charged with 36 felony counts, and we don't need a unanimous vote. Every fucking trial from the beginning of time to now requires a unanimous jury for a verdict. Fuck, 12 people agreed that OJ didn't decapitate Ron Goldman and his fucking ex-wife. 12 of them they needed, right? So the judge says, yeah, we only need 4 of you to agree. But, I mean, we know they stacked the fucking jury, okay? We know that, okay? We absolutely know that. He only required 4 jurors to say guilty. This was a roadmap to a fucking to a guilty verdict. He stacked the fucking deck. Not talk about putting your thumb on the scales of justice. This cocksucker dropped a dump truck on it. So naturally they come back guilty. Now, look, he's going to win this on an appeal, but here's the thing. They did this, they engineered this specifically for a couple of reasons, really. One, to give Biden a talking point, because Biden, up until now, has no talking points. He can't go on his record. He can't say he did anything fucking wonderful for the country, because in fact he didn't. So now, at least he's got one bullet in the gun. Trump's a convicted felon. You want to vote for a convicted felon? He's a felon. And they're already starting. The left-wing media, justice is served. He's a felon, convicted. He's a criminal. Okay? They want to give him 20 years for paying his fucking attorney. Meanwhile, they're letting murderers go. Imagine. Fucking ridiculous. The whole testimony was based off of the whole trial was based off of the testimony of a fucking convicted criminal, his attorney, that fucking mush-faced Cohen, and the only crime that was discovered was the fact that he stole $60,000 from the Trump organization. That's grand larceny, and the fucking DA didn't charge him with it. They said, well, he felt he deserved it. Really? I'm going to walk into the First National Bank and help myself to everything in the fucking vault because I feel I deserve it. Go ahead, don't lock me up. I can't believe I'm seeing what I'm seeing. The justice system just turned into a three-ring circus. Justice wasn't served. This was a fucking railroad. They railroaded him harder than... They made the John Gotti railroading look like a fucking walk in the park. Like, I can't believe... They're not even trying to hide it. They're blatantly weaponizing the judicial system. The fact that this fucking Juan Merchan, this judge, got another Trump case. He's been on 3 fucking Trump cases. Now, let me explain something to you. He's not an appointed judge. He's an acting judge. So he technically shouldn't even be in the judge pool. He's like a substitute teacher. The odds of him getting one of these Trump cases, let alone all of them, is beyond impossible. And it just so happens this guy's a big Biden donor, and his daughter is runs campaigns for all the fucking Democrats, who's making millions off of this goddamn case. The judge didn't want to recuse himself. They blatantly just weaponizing the judicial system. This wasn't justice. This was a kangaroo court. Trump's 1,000% right. Now everybody's saying, his sentencing is on July 11th, right before the Republican National Convention. How convenient. So everyone's thinking, what are they going to do? They're speculating. What's going to happen? Now, Trump's going to appeal this, but he has to appeal it 30 days after sentencing. Goes before the judge on the 11th for sentencing. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to put him in jail, but I don't think they're going to put him in jail. Because it would be a shit show. He'd have to take Secret Service with him to fucking prison. It would upset the entire system. So a couple of things they could do. They could sentence him and then suspend the sentence pending the appeal. And in the meantime, he'd have to go to a probation officer every week. Or they could sentence him to maybe 2 weeks in a cooler, 30 days, and then 2 years probation or a couple years probation, or maybe put him under house arrest. Either way, they're going to fucking hamstring him because here's what's going to happen. If he's under house arrest, he can't leave. He can't leave the state of New York to campaign, okay? If he has to report to a probation officer, either way, he's going to have to either be under house arrest or report to a probation officer. If he has to report to a probation officer, every time he wants to leave the state to campaign, he needs permission from his probation officer, who's going to tell him no every fucking time. Because they don't want him to... They can't beat him on the campaign trail, so they figured they hamstring him, keep him in New York. Basically by doing this, they just handed Trump they just handed him a victory. He's going to win. Because more people are galvanized now, even people that can't stand him because... Look, they see what's going on. If they could do that, they basically sent a message to anybody who wants to upset their apple cart that if you fuck around, we're gonna come after you and we're gonna crush you. We don't care if you listen. Here's how I know Trump never committed a crime. If he did, they'd have never had to fabricate a felony. Everybody's got a little dirt under their fingernails, except Trump. If this guy fucking skipped a parking ticket 100 years ago, they'd have stuffed him underneath the fucking jail already. Okay? Squeaky clean. Clean. I've never seen anyone so fucking clean in my life. And believe me, I know a lot of crooked people. Okay? That's why they have to fabricate a felony. So it doesn't matter if you're a fucking choir boy. They'll fabricate something and convict you on that. They rewrote all the fucking justice laws as they were going. The fact that you only needed 4 jurors to say guilty is astonishing. Astonishing. So yeah, he'll win it on appeal. But see, the appeal process is going to take fucking forever. Okay, so 30 days after sentencing, he has to first go to the Manhattan Court of Appeals. It can't go straight to the Supreme Court where it would have got overturned. Okay, unless they can petition the Supreme Court for an emergency hearing, which is possible, but otherwise the way it goes is you first appeal to the Manhattan Court of Appeals. The Manhattan Court of Appeals is made up of 6 Democratic black women judges. Yeah, that's going to be a fair trial. So they're going to deny the fucking appeal. So, but that's after they get to it. So when they petition the court, they'll fucking bury that docket. They'll fucking put that at the bottom of a very long pile that's at the bottom of another long pile. It'll probably be years before they even get to it. When they do get to it, they're going to deny it. And, like I said, black women judges, you can't question anything they do because you're either fucking racist or misogynist. So then after they fucking throw it out, then you could apply to the Supreme Court of the United States for a ruling, at which point I'm more than confident they'll throw it out. But, they'll appeal the verdict. But it'll take a very, very, very long process. In the meantime, they're trying to fucking hamstring. They're so terrified of this guy that they pulled out all the fucking... This was a bullshit crime. Legal scholars went, this is crazy. This is never going to go anywhere. Apparently, you don't really need to be a criminal to go to jail these days. Fucking ridiculous. Just ridiculous. It's absolute fucking insanity. Anyway, on another Biden blunder. Well, the Biden administration knows Joe's fucking tanking, and they're getting desperate. They're getting so desperate that, aside from fucking, lawfare, they're calling in reinforcements. Now, they have De Niro campaigning for Biden. Unfucking believable. So, the other day, Robert De Niro holds a presser outside of Trump's courthouse, basically said Trump's a tyrant. He's gonna erase the Constitution. He's gonna be a dictator on day one. He said so because he made a fucking joke, and now everyone thinks, because Trump said he's gonna be a dictator. Yeah, okay. I mean, you really believe this shit? And he's fucking triggered this fucking liberal piece of shit retard. Okay, I mean. Let me tell you something, okay? As a former Robert De Niro fan, and I do say former, I mean, he really is fucking garbage, okay? He's an absolute disgrace to Italians, okay? He looks like a ranting fucking lunatic, okay? He should stick to playing make-believe in front of a camera and shut his stupid fucking mouth, his fucking stupid geriatric mouth, before I punch him in his loose-skinned geriatric face. How about that, De Niro? You paper tough guy, you fucking cunt. I will never, ever go see another De Niro movie ever again. Never again. I just lost all respect for this piece of shit. He's a bit of a merda, okay? Fucking ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Take a look at this shit.
You are gangsters. You are gangsters. You're washed up. Fuck you. Fucking Nero. You're a little punk. You're a softie. You're a nobody. Your movies suck. You're trash. You're trash. You're done. You're done after this guy, guys. You're done. Don't start crying on us.
This little pussy is triggered by Trump's existence, okay? And in his little tantrum, this irrelevant piece of shit called all Trump supporters gangsters. Imagine, you're all gangsters! Fuck your mother, you hoe, okay? I hope he ends up with a colostomy bag that leaks, this cocksucker. Seriously. Fucking piece of shit. Unbelievable. Actors and celebrities should just stick to fucking acting and singing and dancing and fucking each other in the ass, okay? Because when you take sides like this and you become politically charged, you lose your fan base. This guy's not marketable anymore. He's irrelevant now. And Trump responded in true Trump fashion by mocking this little piece of shit. He's on Truth Social and Twitter and all social media. And he said, and I quote, "I never knew how small, both mentally and physically, wacko former actor Robert De Niro was." Okay? Today, De Niro, who suffers from an incurable case of Trump derangement syndrome, okay, TDS, commonly known in the medical community as TDS. It's a fact. Was met outside the courthouse with a force far greater than the radical left. MAGA. Robert, whose movies, artistry, and brand have gone way down in value since he entered the political arena at the request of crooked Joe Biden, looked so pathetic and sad out there. Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? Okay, in other Biden news, Joe Biden held a rally in Philadelphia and tens of people showed up. 81 million votes, my fucking balls. Oh my God. Hey man, hey Pops, what's going on? Hey bro, where the fuck have you been? Where were you last week? Could I know? I mean, I'm sitting here waiting for you to pop up, and I got stuck with Big Mama the whole time. I gotta tell you something, that woman crazy, man. She drugged me. Drugged you? Yeah, that bitch drugged me. She fed me some turkey, and I think she drugged me. I fell asleep. I didn't wake up for 2 motherfucking days. Done pissed myself and everything. So you fell asleep for 2 days because Big Mama drugged you? Now, why on earth would she drug you? That's because that woman... You shut your mouth, Leroy Jenkins. Leroy? That's my government name. You shut your fat ass. I ain't talking to you, you motherfucker. You shut your ass up. Ain't nobody want to hear the bullshit you talking over there. Hey, baby, how you doing? Big Mama, I'm having a conversation with my friend Pops over here. I want to kind of know what happened. He says you drugged him? I ain't drugged shit. That motherfucker sleep like he's a dead motherfucker. I thought that motherfucker was in a coma, hit his head or some shit. Maybe you gotta go get your sugar checked, you diabetic old bastard. Shut your ass up. I'll show you some diabetes. I'm gonna kick the shit right out your motherfucker. Okay. Listen, oh! Hey, baby, don't get upset now. Big Mama here, baby. Big Mama. Okay. Go away. Just back up a little bit, Big Mama. Ooh, baby. Ooh, I love when you're forceful. Ooh, baby, make me moist and shit. Okay, Pops, you wanna talk about what we're doing today? Oh, that's right. As I say, this bitch you made me miss my segment last week. Okay, so we're gonna talk about black and white today. What was on black and white? Okay, Pops, funny you should ask. We're talking about the Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore, yeah, the Jersey Shore, Guido Central. You used to hang out there? Yeah. Take a look at this. Okay, back up.
Yes, I'll come back to you. Then I'll ask, what have we done under the sun?
And motherfucking ruined every motherfucking thing. Baby, you used to hang out in them clubs in Jersey Shore with them tight-ass t-shirts, pumping your old fist and shit? Well, yeah, I did. Ooh, baby. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, I'm getting moist in between my titties. Okay, mom, big mama, listen, let's, we got a show to do here. Well, that's right, baby. Don't you worry about it now. Big mama go upstairs, I'm gonna freshen up. I'm gonna put some perfume in some places that you can discover. Bitch, shut your ass up. You motherfucker ain't gonna touch your teeth. You shut up, Leroy. I'm gonna kick your motherfucking old ass. Okay, baby, I'll see you later, baby. Ooh, baby, my nipples is hard. Ooh, oh. You gotta get this woman in check, Pops, okay? Are you telling me I wish this motherfucker get the fuck out my house? Come up here, freeloading, farting, shitting all over the toilet and everything. Shut up, Leroy! You shut your ass up, bitch! I gotta go. Holy dysfunctional. Wow, okay. Anyway, speaking of dysfunctional, get your tickets out, kids. We're about to hop onto that maniacal magical express of the mayhem and fuckery. The crazy train's about to leave the station. Up on! Woo-hoo! First stop, New York City. So, Andrew Cuomo, everyone's favorite titty twister, is trying to make a political comeback. He's been hitting up key unions in an attempt to lay the groundwork for a potential New York City mayoral run. Mayor Nostrils. I mean, isn't that a fucking step down? Man was the governor. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I mean, if you're the governor of a state, okay, aren't you kind of going backwards by being mayor? I mean, granted, it is New York City. It's like running. It's like running another state. But I don't know. I think it's a step down. Anyway, I don't think he'd actually be that bad as mayor. I mean, honestly, at this point, how the fuck can you get any worse, right? However, if you're a senior citizen in a nursing home, you're as good as dead in New York City, if that's the case. And if you have tits, gotta be, you know. All right, next stop, Massachusetts, at a screening of Jaws. Okay, why people still screening Jaws? I mean, it was 1976. If you haven't seen it by now, I mean, come on. But anyway, at a screening of Jaws at a theater in Beverly, Massachusetts, Richard Dreyfuss, probably the only surviving actor from Jaws, upset a bunch of people by saying, and I don't even know how this topic came up, but he was giving commentary on the movie. He said that letting your kids transition is just bad parenting. Well, he's fucking right. Of course, this triggered everybody. Oh my God! The theater had to apologize on his behalf. He didn't. He meant what he said. We don't condone this type of discriminatory behavior. Finally, someone in Hollywood has the fucking balls to say it, and they're trying to backpedal on it. It is absolutely bad parenting. If you let your kid fucking transition, you're a fucking failure as a parent. How about that? Okay? These fucking kids don't know what they want. One minute they want to cut their dick off and be a girl. Next minute they want to be an astronaut. One minute they're a vegetarian, and next minute they're fucking eating a steak. They don't know what they want. They're kids, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. I mean, the fucking parents are, oh, is that what you're, okay, that's your truth? Fuck you. If I was a kid and I came home, I said, listen, I sat my parents and I said, look, you know what? I think I want to be abroad now. Take me to the doctor so I can cut my bishop deal off. I don't know who would have smacked me first, my mother or my father or one of my grandparents. Fuck out of here. Unbelievable. They probably would have mocked me relentlessly too. Unfucking believable. Last stop, California. So a bear in L.A. has been nicknamed Oreo. No, not because he's a mixed race of bears, but for breaking into houses and stealing people's Oreos. I mean, I guess everyone likes Oreos, even the bears. I mean, the fucking crime in California is out of control. Even the bears in California are getting just as unruly as the criminals with these breaking and enterings. Unreal. Good job, Gavin Newsom. Good job. All right, kids, your sports update. Yankees and Giants tonight at 10:15. Mets and Diamondbacks tonight at 7:10. Phillies played the Cardinals tonight at 6:30. NHL playoffs. My brain is starting to melt. I don't understand. First of all, I'm watching the game the other night. And I got to say, Shesterkin is a good goalie. I mean, probably one of the best in the NHL, hands down. And, he's good for about letting 3 goals in. And it's ultimately not really even his fault because, he comes out of the net a little bit sometimes when they're playing on one side. And he's got nobody watching his back door, and fucking Florida's constantly exploiting it because they're aggressive. Okay? So I just don't understand why they don't put a 480-pound sumo wrestler in the fucking goalie net. Okay? Then nobody would be able to score. The pucks would be getting stuck in his fat rolls. Or better still, stick one of those fat bitches from TLC, one of those fat chicks in there. Okay? They'll think the puck is a big ring-dinging eater. They don't have to stand. You don't have to give them pads. They can just sit there like a fucking lump. Okay? I mean, if you eat the puck because you think it's a ring ding, that's not a goal either. So there you go. I mean, TLC and the NHL could do like a joint special. Hockey heifers. Okay? I mean, I don't get it. I mean, at this point, what the fuck? There's no rule in the NHL that says you can't do that, by the way. I checked. Last night's game, Jesus fucking Christ, was just abysmal. Abysmal. The Rangers were playing playoff hockey in the beginning of the season. I mean, they were fucking spot on. And we said it. You know what? They keep playing like this. They're going all the way. Well, I mean, we're halfway down the fucking stretch, and they basically forgot how to play fucking playoff hockey. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They got this fucking... They're not taking enough shots on goal. Last night's game, end the second period, 18 shots on goal. That's fucking insane. How do you expect to score? Just keep banging that net like a fucking Bangkok hooker. What are we worried about here? Okay? They're trying to go for this one-line fucking shit. They basically turned into the Pittsburgh Penguins. Okay? They're looking for perfect shots. This is the fucking playoffs. The only perfect shot is the one that goes in. Okay? So just swarm the fucking net and bang away at it. 2/3 of the fucking game is played in the Rangers' defense zone. They're passing in the defensive zone in front of the fucking net. Florida's capitalizing on it. They're making stupid penalties. They are not scoring on power plays. I'm watching a bunch of fucking the retard ice capades. Is basically what I'm fucking watching here. I don't believe what I'm seeing. Unbelievable. It's unreal. It's just fucking unreal. They need to be more aggressive. Florida isn't better. It's just New York hasn't showed up. It's like they didn't get the memo. This is the fucking playoffs. You got to play hockey now, okay? They're not hitting people. Fucking ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. They're not winning puck battles. Florida's thing. One, I think they underestimated Florida's goalie. Okay, they really did. Okay, because Florida is not a better team than Carolina. Carolina's the better team, and they fucking blew through Carolina. Florida has a better goalie, but that's it. That's all they got. And they're big, so they're more aggressive. But they're not skilled. They just attack the fucking net and just keep banging away at it until a fucking puck goes in. That's pretty much what the Rangers should be doing, and they're not. And it's just become a shit show. I mean, Florida now, after last night's victory, they're up 3-2 on the Rangers. Rangers play the Panthers Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Listen, if they don't remember how to play playoff hockey tomorrow, then this was all for nothing. This was a waste of a season. I mean, Rangers cannot lose this game. They got to fucking win this game. Okay, they got to win the next 2 games. Otherwise, we're not going to the fucking cup again. On Tommy's Pub and Grub review. So, last Friday, I went out with some friends to go watch the game, and we went to... It was nice out, so we went to the Lazy Lobster in East Rockaway. Nice place, okay? I've mentioned it before. Good food, seafood, good lobster rolls. It's a whole outdoor bar, and it's really nice. The problem is this system. Like, you know, they all their food comes out of a food truck. Like, they have a food truck on it's theirs. That's their kitchen. And you have to stand online to get your food. So the bar's over here, the food truck's over there, and they have, like, you know, picnic style tables. So now you get your food, and now you got to find a spot to sit. So they had a band. It was nice out. Rangers are playing. Place is fucking packed. You can't grab a table first and then have somebody go up online because, oh, you can't sit at the table unless you have, like, a ticket. Yeah, but we're going to go get food. So they're going to wait here. We're going to get online. No. You have to have the ticket first. This is, let me get this straight. I got to wait on the line for food, then come back, and then try and find a seat. That's fucking stupid. And then, of course, the line was all the way down the fucking block. It's like a 1 hour wait. So here's what's wrong with this. Like, that's fine, like, on an off day. Maybe during the week when it doesn't get too crowded. Maybe for, like, lunchtime or something in the afternoon on a Saturday or Sunday. But not on a Friday night, Saturday night, even a fucking Sunday night, because you're not capitalizing on your crowd. First of all, if you're waiting in line for an hour and a half to get food, you know what you're not doing? You're not drinking. You know where bars make their money? Not from the food, from the bar. So if I'm waiting on that line, that's at least 3 or 4 drinks I didn't get to buy. That's 3 or 4 drinks you didn't get to charge me for. You're hemorrhaging fucking money. Okay? Now, on top of that, people don't want to wait an hour in line for their food. They don't want to stand there outside the bar like a fucking mongoloid waiting to move up. And then you got to get your ticket, then you come back and you got to wait some more. Nobody wants to do that shit. So now more people are prone to not eat. So there you go. They bought there was a deli next door. So they bought this deli. And I think what they're going to do is, I'm hoping they expand into the deli with the kitchen, put in a bigger kitchen that can handle more volume, and do table service. Like, at least do table service on Friday and Saturday nights, maybe even Sunday afternoon or something like that. Or just try for Friday and Saturday night. Doesn't cost you nothing to fucking hire waitresses. You already got food runners. You just show them how to fucking wait at the table, which they already know how to do, and there you go. They'll make tips, right? So there you go. So you already have the staff there. What are they paying the food runners? Pay them a little bit less and let them collect tips. There you go. Okay? You'll triple your fucking business because more people will be eating food. So they'll sit, they'll order, they'll eat. Then maybe you'll order some more and eat. And while they're waiting for their food, who cares how long it takes because they're going to be getting fucking booze from the bar and heading the bar up with even more money. There you go. You're welcome. 30 years in the fucking business, I picked up a thing or two. So we didn't want to wait for food there in line or whatever, try to fight for a fucking seat. So we went across the street to this place called Grandpa Tony's. I've heard good things about this place. I ate there once for brunch. It was a long time ago. I took a motorcycle ride over there, and they were just starting to, matter of fact, I think it was around this time of year because I was watching the Ranger game. And the brunch was okay from what I remember. It wasn't anything spectacular. It wasn't like anything special. I think it was like waffles and eggs or whatever the fuck it was. Truthfully, I don't even remember. But I've been hearing a lot of good things about this place. I said, all right, fuck it, let me try it. So we ordered just appetizers. So we had vodka parm sliders, buffalo risotto balls, and a fried eggplant mozzarella stack. Fried eggplant, fresh mozzarella. So here's my review. The vodka parm sliders, I like the idea of it. When I saw it on the menu, I'm like, that's got my name all over it. I love vodka sauce. I like chicken parm. There you go. It's like drunken vodka. Drunken chicken parm. And they put it on, here's where they lost me. They put it on King's Hawaiian rolls, which is sweet. So when you bite into the sandwich, you're getting a hit from the sweet, you're getting this pop of sweetness from the roll, and then like the savoriness of the chicken and parm. No me piace. I didn't like it. The flavors didn't go. Okay, that if they just put that on a smaller, like a regular like slider bun, or like even better still, you make like a little hero like that, right? And then you take what they call a knife. And you cut it into 3 little fucking smaller little sandwich sliders. You are an Italian restaurant. King's Hawaiian Rolls do not belong in an Italian restaurant. Fucking Mama Luke's. The buffalo risotto balls, those were good. Basically, a little mini arancini, and they stuffed it with a little buffalo chicken. And they drizzled a little blue cheese on top. They rolled the rice ball and some buffalo sauce, little blue cheese on top. I like that. That was good. So naturally, eggplant mozzarella. I figured something healthy with a little, roasted peppers and balsamic vinegar. I love that in the summer. You know how I am about fucking eggplant, right? Okay, like you don't leave the fucking skin on an eggplant. I expect non-Italians to do that. Okay, you do not go anywhere in fucking Italy and find eggplant on a fucking piece, skin on a fucking piece of eggplant. My grandmother would fucking lose her mind if she saw skin on a fucking eggplant. My grandfather would beat you to death with the fucking dish that the eggplant came in if there was skin on the fucking eggplant. I grew up working in an Italian restaurant. If someone left even like a thumbnail's worth of fucking skin on an eggplant, we would take that cocksucker out back and throw him a beating. Okay? So, I get the eggplant stack. And what do I see? Fucking skin on the eggplant. Son of a bitch. First of all, the fucking thing, it wasn't fried nicely. It wasn't crisp. It was kind of mushad, kind of soggy. And then I saw skin on the eggplant. I said, I can't fucking eat this. I can't. Just can't eat it. Disgusting. Fucking disgusting. Just laziness. Okay? That's just fucking laziness. If you're an Italian restaurant, be an Italian restaurant. Put the fucking work in, you motherfuckers. Now, I have this dilemma. Because I keep hearing good things. I was looking at the menu, and the menu looked good. Like I see pizzas coming out. The pizzas look nice. I think it's like a coal-fired oven. Some entrees look pretty good. I'm going to give them one more chance. Okay? I don't remember the brunch. I can't say it was the earth-shattering, but I don't remember it being horrible, so I'll give it a meds and meds. These appetizers, I like the idea behind it, but the execution was just fucking god-awful. Okay, now the vodka sauce on the chicken was good. It wasn't bad, but the whole thing with the fucking sweet rolls, I don't know who's in the kitchen, what kind of fucking drugs they're on. Okay, and I checked to make sure that the place was owned by Italians, because sometimes a Jew or a Mick will buy the fucking thing and I'm gonna open an Italian restaurant because they think it's fucking easy. That's like me opening a Chinese restaurant. The owners are Italian. But I don't think anyone showed them what a real Italian food is supposed to be like. I don't know, So to be determined at a later date. Okay. And what the fuck is that? We're going to talk about the difference between midgets and dwarves. I recently ran into somebody who I thought was a midget. It turns out they weren't. They were 4'11". Which is false fucking advertising. That's not real midgetness. Now, here's the difference. You got to be under 4'10", to be, like, the cutoff is 4'10". That's like a tall midget, okay? If there is such a thing. I mean, I don't personally like that term because it kind of defeats the purpose. But, on the midget spectrum, I guess 4'10", you're a stud. So it's anything under 4'10". 4'11", you're not a midget. You're just a fucking pygmy. You're a homunculus. Now, midgets and dwarves. Now, of course, they don't like to be called midgets and dwarves because they thought all of a sudden these little fucks are sensitive. Okay, they want to be called little people, which I told you is condescending to me. You call a 5-year-old a little person. Okay, if I was a midget or a dwarf, I'd prefer the proper term. It sounds a little tougher. Now, a dwarf, they were a little funny looking. They have like the big heads, like the mychondroplasia or trichondroplasia. These are the fucking actual technical terms. I'm pretty, I'm not stupid. Okay? And they have the little muffin hands. They have those fat little fingers and the fat little muffin hands, little bow legs, the chubby little butts, and they kind of waddle a little bit. That's technically a dwarf. Most of what you see are actual dwarves. Okay? Like the Snow White dwarves. Now a midget, a legit midget, because we kind of use these terms interchangeably, but they actually have two different meanings. A midget is like a miniature person. Like it's like you take a regular person, like a human, and you actually shrink it. They don't have muffin hands. They don't have like the fucked up head. They don't have the little bow legs. Not all dwarves have the fucking head. They all have those little like attributes. Like a midget actually just looks like a regular person, just small. So there you go. The more you know. Okay, kids, on right or racist. Adults who live in households that own guns are more likely to say they often feel proud to be American versus those who do not live in households that own guns, per the Pew Research Center. Pew, pew. Well, that's right. 64% of household members who own a gun are proud Americans versus only 51% who do not live in a household with guns. America. I own guns. I'm proud to be an American. There you go. Okay, kids, your PSA. So, you know how I always say, I've yet to meet a fucking person who's a Biden supporter. And I told you a couple weeks ago that my neighbor across the street turned out to be a Biden supporter, but I said he's like a little retarded, you know. Well, I met another fucking Biden supporter last night, and guess what? They were retarded too. Like actual fucking retard. So we're in the fucking bar watching the Ranger game. And there's this guy that's been coming in there since they've been in the playoffs. He loves my friend Mo. Like every time he sees my buddy Mo, he goes and sits right next to him. And this guy's a little fuck. He's got a couple screws loose. He's a little fucking retarded. Like he doesn't shut the fuck up. He'll talk to air. Like I've heard him talk to. I actually yelled at him, shut the fuck up. Okay? He'll just talk to no, and he's just talking shit about the Rangers the whole time. He's a fan. He's talking shit. He knows like every stat. He knows when their birthdays are, which direction they like to wipe their fucking ass. Like he's one of these fucking Looney Tunes, okay? And he doesn't shut the fuck up throughout the whole game. You hear him. So his name's Joe, apparently. So like I said, he's been coming in the last couple weeks to the bar. No one's ever seen this fucking guy before. Even my friend Sal. Who we all called him Aloykia, because every time he watches the Ranger game, they lose. Which I think he broke that curse because he left last night and they still fucking lost. So I don't think it's Aloykia anymore. He calls this guy the fucking Aloykia. Okay? That's bad. That's bad. If Sal's fucking ragging on you, that's bad, my friend. Okay? So, this fucking guy doesn't shut up. So my friend Ray is sitting next to him. Now Ray is this cranky old German guy. And I don't know who the fuck said what, but this guy started in about the Donald Trump verdict. They were in the middle of a fucking Ranger playoff game in a Ranger bar. This son of a bitch starts talking about the Trump verdict and how he's a Biden supporter and this and that. He loves Biden. Blah, blah, blah. So all of a sudden, I'm not privy to any of this because this is happening at the other end of the bar. I'm sitting in the corner here, I'm watching the game. My friend Nat, who's having a mild fucking heart attack on the floor, okay? And all of a sudden, shut the fuck up. I'll elbow you in the fucking throat. I don't want to hear your fucking mouth. I want to watch the fucking Ranger game. So I look up, and at first I'm thinking, maybe Ray's making French. I see Ray move down. I said, what the fuck's going on? This fucking guy, he's a fucking butt. Now they left. Everybody left this guy at the other end of the ball like this. So my buddy Mike goes, well, the guy started talking about, he's a big Biden supporter. Ray threatened to fucking kill him. He said, so I said, come on, let's go move closer to Tommy. And and he goes, and I went back to try to make the peace, because this guy, he's a nice guy. He's a sweet guy, this guy, Mike. I went back to try to make the peace. He goes, I told him, listen, he didn't mean to get so upset. He said, but you talk politics, you're in a bar, you really should. He goes, I don't care. I'm a Biden, so I don't care. And Mike goes, okay, now you're on your own. He goes, you're just a fucking asshole. So the point is, the only people that I have met in the last fucking 4 or 5 years since Biden has been pretending to be president, who actually think he's doing a phenomenal job, who actually support him, are legitimately fucking retarded. Okay? Actual fucking retards. Now, I'd like to say that the majority of the world is fucking mildly retarded. But I'll guarantee you, there are not 81 million fucking retarded people in the world. Maybe 2. Okay? So, I don't know where all these votes magically came from, but I don't foresee them happening again. And if they do, either the retard population is fucking like bunnies, or something's a little fugazi. I don't know. But the people that actually vote for Joe Biden are clinically retarded. You heard it here first, kids. That's your PSA. Anyway, stay COVID-less, kids. No mask, don't ask. Haters can kiss my ass. And remember, who loves you, babe? It's been your Friday wrap-up. And I'll see you when I see you.